Welcome to Streams of Income, hosted by best-selling author and entrepreneur Dr. David Powers, where we discuss streams of income, passive income, residual income, and even why there are dinosaurs and zombies in this intro. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready to dive in.
Welcome, everyone, to the Streams of Income podcast. Today is going to be a repeat episode, or not a repeat episode. I guess that's the wrong wording, but it's going to be kind of a series that I do every now and then when I dig through my UGC box and kind of give you an idea, a peek inside of my UGC video empire so that you can see exactly what I'm doing, maybe give you some ideas, and you see just how cool it is doing this UGC video thing as a side hustle, which to be perfectly honest, the UGC videos and acting in general has taken over a significant chunk of my income. I wouldn't even consider it a side hustle. I would consider it more along the line of maybe, let's see, it's probably number 2 or 3 in my income producers. And so it's also one of the more active ones, though. So it's not passive at all. There are things I can do with it, like recording stock footage, things like that, that I can make a little more passive, a little more residual. But for the most part, UGC is a totally active thing. But the payoff's a lot of fun. My kids get involved. I get to keep some cool products, things like that. So let me go ahead and before I kick off the products, go through this big box I've got beside me. UGC videos. If you're not familiar with those, UGC is user-generated content. And so when you're on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, things like that, mostly TikTok, although you'll find the reels and videos everywhere on social media. Those selfie style videos that you see that are advertising products where it looks like a consumer is filming themselves using a product and the people that made the product are just using that as an ad. And so that's what that is. Most people think that those videos, when they see them on social media, that it really is like, I don't know, let's say a consumer ordered something, they were so happy with it that they took video of them using it and sent it back to the company. That's what people assume. It comes across like it's almost like a personal testimonial. Well, 99.9% of the time, sometimes they are, but 99.9% of the time, those are not personal testimonials. That's a paid actor who's been sent a product and given a script or said, make up your own. And they just create their own videos based on that. And I hear some noise upstairs. Some of y'all may not realize that this is my home office in the basement. And we homeschool our kids also, and so there's a lot of activity. That's why if you hear some noise in the background and stuff, sometimes even screaming or weird machine-like noises sometimes, I don't know, you never know. But if you hear weird noise in the background and I don't run, it just means it's a normal part of the homeschool day. So back to the UGC videos. Like I said, most of that is paid actors. And a lot of the ones that people are seeing these days, it's me. I get friends all over the world. I've got several VAs in the Philippines that have even sent me videos and say, another Dr. Dave sighting. That's what everybody calls them. And they'll send me screenshots or actually send me the videos that I appear in. Weird thing is I film all these UGC commercials. And right now, I'm probably doing about 20 a week. And I film these, and I hardly ever see the finished product. I always tell my clients, I say, hey, send it to me because I can use it for an ad for myself to pitch more UGC videos to companies. I always tell them, send it to me, but few of them do. And so when my friends send those to me, it's pretty cool. The Dr. Dave sightings are really cool because it's also kind of fun because some of the things that I advertise for are interesting, like ED medications, or because of my age, I'm 49 years old, so I'm getting a lot of late middle age type things, and not that I'm that old or not active, but they want to portray me as an older, really active guy. And so I'm getting a lot of massage products, which really cool. And we'll get into that because the products, a lot of the stuff that they send me, I keep and use. It's stuff that I wouldn't have bought myself. But if I'm getting it free and I'm also getting paid $200 or $300 to film 30 seconds using it, I'm more than happy to use the product and keep it and enjoy it. All right, so if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, I'll explain best I can. But if you've not tried out the YouTube version of this where you see me on video, you may want to do that, because this one I've got a huge box beside me on the floor. It's too big to put up on the desk. It's huge. And so I'm actually going to empty out this box and cover all these items and tell you a little bit about the videos and things like that. And hopefully you'll get some cool ideas. And I mean, you'll even see some of these products. Maybe you want to pitch yourself to do UGCs. Now, here's one thing, actually two tips. If you're going to do UGC videos, you need to pick a niche. I mean, pretty much anything in life, you need to pick a niche and then narrow that niche down even more. I call it the sub niche. So you pick a niche and you go one level deeper. And then you go another level deeper than that. And so I can, let's do that as an example with me. So lesson number one, pick a niche. I want you to remember that. And so I'm going to do an example with me. I could pick a niche as just a guy. They need a male actor for a UGC video. Well, that's, millions and millions of guys out there. And so if I niche that one level more, I could do a blue collar guy. And so I actually do get a lot of products. I've done work boots, tools, things like that, because I'm fine with my blue collar appearance. And so I could do blue collar guy. That's a sub niche, and it works well for me too. And then a couple of the sub niches that I've moved into. There are actually several that have become quite profitable for me. One of them is beard. I do a lot of beard products. Another one is being bald. I do a lot of head shavers. There's a lot of handheld head shavers out there now, battery operated, rechargeable. I've probably done commercials for about 20 or 30 of them. And so that's a two sub niches. Another one is tactical gear. I have my farm here where I can actually go outside into the woods and use firearms, and I don't need a range. I don't need safety officers. I don't need any of that. And so I actually do a lot of videos with holsters and things like that, where I'll go outside, draw from the holster and shoot into the trees, that kind of thing. I actually had one client send me a sling bag that sits in the front. It's a concealed carry sling bag. Some of y'all might carry it a man purse. I don't really like that wording because I carry one of those bags. I like to call it my Indiana Jones bag. That's better. But he sent me a sling bag, and he actually wanted me to pretend like I was being robbed, reach my hand into the bag, and just shoot through the bag. And so that was a fun video to produce. And so that's the kind of stuff I can do here. That's a sub niche. Or actually, sub. So the sub part would be tactical gear. The layer under that would actually be doing the live firearm shooting here on the property. There aren't very many UGC actors out there that can do that. And a lot of the ones that do, it's only on a range. And you can tell, obviously, with the setting and everything behind them, it's a range. I'm doing this out in the trees where it looks like, old guy just out hiking and gets robbed by a bear. And so he starts shooting through the bag. That's kind of my third thing. And so what's another sub niche, I guess, active 40 plus. Yeah, we'll go with that. Active 40 plus male. That's another lower niche that's been pretty profitable for me. So now that I've talked about all that, lesson two that I want you to remember before I show all these products: number one, find a niche, a sub niche if possible. Number two is you need to check out my UGC stuff. UGCvideoworks.com. I've actually had a big seminar on there that tells you how to get started and everything. Check it out. You pay for the seminar, or you can just join the mailing list for free. I send out a lot of UGC tips and things like that. I actually do that on my social media for free as well. So one way or another, you can follow me or you can pay for the seminar, but check that out, UGCvideoworks.com. So I know you've been waiting for it. Let's dig into this box now. So the first item I'm going to pull out here. Oh yeah, this has been one of my big repeat clients, Shaper Love. Shaper Love, and all these bags are unopened, and they've actually sent me a lot of their product bags to repackage things in. They sent me their label inserts, and here's why. Here's why they're sending me all that stuff is I've done several contracts for this company, and basically they make what I call fat man shirts. Fat man shirts. Yep. That's actually another sub niche that I'm going to break out of at some point, but I've developed quite a few clients that use me as the fat man. And one of them, the guy that I do the tactical holsters for, I scan his website every now and then just to pull off pictures and ads and things that I've done to reuse. And he was talking about a holster for big guys. Basically, it's a very comfortable belt holster for big guys, so it doesn't pinch, it doesn't rub on the love handles, that kind of thing. And at the bottom, he's got these sections like who it's good for. And it's got blue collar workers, long haul truck drivers, so you can carry a weapon and not be so uncomfortable. And then under that, it says fat men. And there's a picture of me drawing a gun from this holster. So that was actually funny. And so, like I said, one of these days, I'm not going to be able to do this, the fat man sub niche. But right now, you know what? I'm of a certain size. I've always been a hefty guy. And so I'm making some good money. Modeling fat man shirts is basically Spanx for men. It's a tank top that is so skin tight. It sucks in all the fat and the love handles and stuff. And so I've done a lot of videos for these guys. And so I've got a couple of the shirts that are open that I wear for the videos, but they've sent me a bunch of others. That way, in the future, when they need an unboxing or something like that, they can just call me up and say, I don't have to wait on the package or anything. It's already here. And so I know I've developed a pretty good relationship with a client when they're pre-sending me stuff and there aren't even any orders attached to it. I've got a big box and a section in the storage room where I call it my UGC closet, where I keep all my props and all those things that I'm going to use for future UGCs. All right, what's next? This is just a box here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. There's only one thing in the box, but this company, I've spread out some of the materials that were in here. I actually got it's called Thorum. They make jewelry. So they sent me a silicone ring, fits perfect on my wedding ring finger. A silicone ring, they had me model one of their rings, which actually is, it's made of tungsten steel. I think tungsten is a steel alloy maybe. They also sent me a watch with a piece of a meteorite in the face of the watch. Very cool. So I gave the watch to my son. He loves, rings, necklaces, and watches, things like that. So I gave him the watch. I kept the ring because the inside of the ring is a piece of wood from an M1 Garand, which is a rifle that was used in World War II. And my grandfather, when he was fighting in the Marine Corps in World War II, actually used a Garand. It was his favorite weapon because it had some good knockdown power. And so that ring's actually pretty neat and sentimental. And the product that they sent me for that order, it was up near $1,500 worth of product, and then a few $100 just to do some unboxings and stuff. So it's a pretty amazing deal. Plus, lots of email messages back and forth with the owner of that company, and a pretty cool story. He actually had a grandfather in World War II as well. And so it's interesting sometimes. I get these contracts, I get awesome product, I make money, but I also get to know these small business owners, which is really cool. All right, let's see what else we got. This is one I just did the other day for Silver Phantom Jewelry. And this is, I haven't given this one to one of the kids or anything yet, just to see if I need to redo any videos. Let's see, if you're on the YouTube one there, you can see it up close. It's a huge, like a Day of the Dead skull necklace. I mean, this thing is huge. Thankfully, the chain, though, is just long enough. It shows under my beard when I'm wearing it, but very cool. And they make jewelry for my type of guy, like outlaw biker looking people, tattoos, alternative kind of thing. So let's see what else we have. Oh, this was a fun one. Me and my daughter, a company the other day. I told you before, my kids get in on this. And so this lady I was talking to, she is a Swiftie, a Taylor Swift fan. And so she's selling Taylor Swift clothing. And so me and my daughter, she sent us some clothing, had me and my daughter both appear in some videos together. And so pull it the right way for the camera. It's a presidential shirt, Swift Kelsey 2024. And not only that, we modeled the shirt, but we also each got sweatshirts that we had to do separate videos in. And this one says Taylor for President 2024. So I'm keeping these in the UGC box in case she needs some more videos. My daughter, however, has hers in her closet because she's actually going to wear it and everything. Yeah, I actually thought it'd be pretty cool. Though I don't know if I would vote for Taylor for president, although with the options out there, it seems pretty good. But I thought it would be kind of funny just to wear the sweatshirt once the weather cools down. I'm filming this right now. It's summertime and about 3,000 degrees and 4,000% humidity. And so I'm going to wait till the winter. And I thought, a big burly guy like me wearing a Taylor Swift sweatshirt, I just thought it'd be funny. Dare somebody to make fun of me when I'm out on the street. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, my tactical guy. I guess I've also generated a niche because I'm blue collar. I get a lot of ads also from conservatives, conservative groups, people selling things that market to conservative groups politically. And so after the Trump assassination attempt, he started selling some T-shirts. And so he actually is having me redo a bunch of my tactical ads, my holster ads, wearing the Trump fist in the air T-shirt. And so I actually have an order on the books right now that I've got to film this week, redoing some ads I've already done for him, but with a different shirt on. That's pretty cool though, because it's an ad I've already done. He's paid for. I've done. He's got all the footage, the pictures, but I'm redoing the exact same thing in a different way and making money again. So, like I said, lots of holsters. And let's see here. This company, let's see, Gronanda. They sent me a bunch of shoes. And so these are barefoot style shoes. And so this one actually looks like a tennis shoe. A lot of the barefoot style shoes look like water shoes. And so I thought this was pretty cool. It looks like a tennis shoe. I haven't worn it yet. Sometimes things like this I'll keep and wear and wear out. I mean, well, none of my clothing right now is from UGC ads, but I've got shoes and things that I wear for different activities, cameras, all kinds of stuff that I'll use and wear it out. And at some point, if they come back for more videos, I have to tell them, hey, your product was so good, I used it. I need you to send me another one. But this one, those shoes I haven't needed yet, so they're in the closet in case they need more. More gun holsters. This one's like a neoprene belt. It's actually hold your passport, 3 gun magazines in case you're feeling really frisky, and so things like that. Here's an ankle holster. This was pretty neat. I was telling you about the over 40 niche. This right here is actually a shoulder therapy device, and so it's these balls, weighted balls that fit on this handle, and you hold your arm out and spin the handle, that kind of thing. It's actually pretty good exercise because of the way it's made and the way it works. It will work you out hard with your shoulders in a short amount of time. And let's see, another one from the shoe guy. This is actually, this is what I was talking about. It looks like a water shoe. And so I've actually used these quite a bit. Just put them back in the closet until I need them again. Let's see. Oh, I've done a lot of Shilajit ads. Have you ever heard of Shilajit? Some of y'all may not have. I had never heard of it until I started doing the ads because I had to look it up to see what it does. And it's apparently, I liken it a little bit to like a high dose ginseng kind of a thing. Supposedly, Shilajit is this resin or something that comes out of rocks in the Himalaya, and I don't quite understand it fully, but it's got a lot of fulvic acid in it. It tastes like butt, to be honest with you. You ever just caught a smell when you go into a bathroom or something and you're like, oh, that smells like butt? Yeah, that's what this stuff tastes like. And so I have to, usually for the videos, I have to eat some of it, and the taste goes away quickly. I would recommend, if you want to try this, if you're thinking about trying it for the testosterone boosting abilities and the energy abilities, things like that, dissolve it in some water. Don't take it straight. That's usually the way I do it for the videos, but dissolve it in some water for sure. I've done several ads for different companies for that. There's another Fat Man shirt. This one, though, this one is so tight. I have to have my wife help me get it on and off. Like I have to lean over and she peels it off of me. But I do look better when I'm wearing it. Much as I may not like the idea of a girdle shirt or Spanx for men kind of but it works. And when it's under a t-shirt, you can't even tell you're wearing it. So guys, if you need some help there with your man boobs or your beer gut, it might be the way to go until the workout takes effect. Let's see, a shoulder holster. Let's see here. This is just what is this? Oh, yeah, this is just a t-shirt for a roofing company. They're supposed to be sending me an ad pretty soon to do for them. I get a lot of these. This fits into the over 40 men category. This one's called Kingslayer. It's a testosterone support pill. I've got quite a few of those. I just finished out one the other day. Here's one of those head shavers I was telling you about. This is the Freebird. Let's see, is this box opened yet? No, I haven't even opened this box yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was saying I didn't want to open it if I hadn't, because sometimes I save these for unboxing videos. But like I said, it's a head shaver kit. And so I have done a bunch of these for different companies, actually. Sometimes I wonder, these different companies approach me And some of them ask, have you done an ad for a product like this before? And maybe I did, maybe I didn't, because they don't want me doing the ad for them and their competitor. Others don't ask and don't really care. So ED support, ED meds, testosterone support, head shavers. I've done multiple ads for multiple companies. And so interesting that way. Let's see. Oh, this is a fun one that recently came to me again as a repeat order. Freeze-dried Skittles. Dude sent me a box of freeze-dried Skittles to do some more ads. I'm currently working my way through the bags, eating some of them up, but I saved 2 bags unopened. Oh, if you're only listening to the audio and not the YouTube, can you hear that? That's freeze-dried Skittles right there. They're so good. They taste better than regular Skittles. And so I kept 2 bags unopened just in case he wanted more videos really soon. Plain white t-shirt. I've had a lot of people ask for videos with a plain white t-shirt on. And so I had one of them pay for a plain white t-shirt. And so I just keep it in my box, use it for different videos. Let's see. Oh, here's an unopened head shaver from that same company, Freebird. Let's see what else. Go Mint. This is it's like a powdered mouthwash kind of thing, and so it's a mouthwash packet. I'm actually, one thing I do with some of these, because you see these are all unopened packages. I did an unboxing video for them, and I didn't actually do a video using the product, and so I haven't even used this yet. And so some of these products I'll save for a while, and I want to use it. It's useful for me. I mean, fresh breath. Who doesn't want fresh breath? And so, I don't know, maybe some of y'all don't want fresh breath. It keeps people away if you don't like people. But I want to use this product, and so I'm going to get back in touch with them, and it's a good way to sell recurring orders. They've already sent me the product. They're already invested, and especially if my previous ad for them went over well and the numbers were good, and they sold some product because of the big red-bearded bald guy pimping their stuff, then maybe they didn't think, hey, recurring orders are a good idea. So I get back in touch and I say, I've got your product. I was getting ready to use it. Do you need some more videos before I use it? Or even better, do you need some videos of me using it? And so that way it's pretty cool. And to be honest with you, a lot of times I get a lot of recurring orders based on that tactic. And they'll usually send me more product because they want me to have some on hand. All right, what's next? We've got, what is it? Oh, hearing aids. So this is a competitor hearing aid of, let's see, where is it? Oh, here we go. I've got a bunch of hearing aids in this bag. This is from the hearing company. I think it's hearing.co.co. Yeah, hearing.co. I've done a ton of ads for these guys. They're pretty awesome. I've done a lot of ads for them with the over 40, the disabled veteran, because that's actually what my disability is my hearing is shot just from proximity to explosions and things like that. And so I've done a lot of hearing aid ads. They've bought me additional hearing aids from other companies to have me do comparison ads. And so I've done some ads with them where it was like, don't buy this crappy hearing aid, instead buy this one, it's better. And so that's a recurring customer though, that they've actually maybe a dozen ads or more, including if you have the amazing chance to see me as Hearing Aid Man. They actually bought me a superhero costume. It's from The Incredibles, the dad. And so they paid for this Halloween costume, and I changed it a little bit, put a big H on the front of it instead of an I for The Incredibles. And I appeared as Hearing Aid Man. That was a fun set of ads to do. But yeah, they're a really good client. Let's see, what's in this bag? This is this was a weird one. It's a hair removal gel. And so some of y'all might be familiar with Nair, which used by a lot of women and to remove hair from the legs and other areas. And so this company sent me some hair removal gel in this lovely bright packaging, but they never actually paid for the contract. We negotiated, I gave them a price, I sent them an offer, and they never completed the contract. And so I'm holding on to this for a little while. Surprisingly, I get a lot of orders like this, and I can't help but think maybe these companies, they go out of business quick because these are all small businesses, or maybe Amazon changes an algorithm and this stuff no longer sells on Amazon, or maybe they're just hiring so many UGC actors at one time they forget one or two because until I've done the order, they don't know just how awesome I am. And so I'll hold on to this for a while. I'll get in touch with them, but to be honest with you, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And eventually, I put a shelf, a shelf limit on some of this stuff, and I'll either toss it out and give it away or use it. I don't have any need for hair removal gel. It was gonna be an interesting ad though because of where they wanted me to use the hair removal gel for the video. That was going to be very interesting, one of my risque ones. But they haven't come back to me yet, so I'll probably just give that away soon. I have no desire to use that stuff unless I'm getting paid. See, it's a excuse me, another ankle holster. Oh, here's a box for a tactical flashlight. This company makes emergency lights. Night Buddy is the name of the company. They've used me several times. There's nothing in this box. I kept the box because they have me do a new unboxing video every now and then, but the flashlight's upstairs. That's my regular use all the time, keep around the house. Emergency flashlight is pretty awesome. So Night Buddy, I mean, I don't mind pimping out the companies where I actually use their gear and love their gear. And matter of fact, I've got several of their lights around the house that I use. This company, Just Curls, they sent me a bunch of shampoo and conditioner. And so they paid me to do an ad. And it's kind of weird. This happens sometimes. I mean, this is like the good and the bad side of UGC. They paid me to do the ad. They didn't like the ad. Or rather, what happened was they didn't explain what they needed. They said, or rather, let me backtrack. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. So they sent me a script and said, do this ad. I did the ad. It was a 2-person script. And I said, okay, I can do person A because that fits my look, my appearance, and everything. And it was a green screen ad. Had to do a lot of work on that. And so they sent me the ad, told me what to do. And then they came back and said, well, we need you to do both parts for the same amount of money. And I told them I couldn't do that because, I mean, it's a shampoo. I told them, I said, I'm bald. I can do the first part of that video. I can't do the second part unless it's okay to use the shampoo for the beard. Would that work for your viewers? Like, do you have a lot of viewers wanting to use curly shampoo for curls in their beards? And so that one ended up breaking down in negotiation. I had to refund them a little bit of the money just to keep them happy, but they weren't happy in the end, and I wasn't either because it was just kind of stupid how the whole thing worked out. Like, did y'all not realize when I said I'm bald, I don't have curls, that I can't do the second part of this video? So yeah, that was kind of weird. So, there is good and bad in UGC, but it's like any business. You're dealing with customers. Not everybody's going to be happy with you. Let's be honest, if everybody's happy with you, you're probably doing something wrong because there's people out there that you can't please them no matter what. And so if everybody's happy with you, then you may not have enough customers. I don't know. Lots of things there, but not everybody's going to be happy with you no matter what. All right, what else we got here? Broad spectrum probiotics. I get a lot of supplements. And supplements are one of the things I use up. What's another hearing aid? I got this is an empty bottle for a joint. What is this? Healthy inflammatory response for joint comfort. So empty bottle. I've done several ads for these folks. And so this is one where they paid me to do some photographs. This wasn't even videos. This was just photos of me doing this. Holding their product where they could see the label. Now, when you pop on their website to buy this product and they're wanting to appeal to a 40-plus-year-old male, you see this. Just me holding it up, smiling. So, excuse me. I actually use the supplement. I keep the empty bottle, though, because if they need more videos, I can still use the empty bottle. Here's a repeat client. They make gummies. They sent me some CBD gummies before. This, though, is an extended release caffeine gummy. And so I've got some of these. They sent me a bunch of these packages. Film the videos. I'm using some of them, but I'm also keeping some of these unopened so that I can do more videos. Let's see. That light company I told you about. That's the other light or one of the other lights of theirs that I keep. I keep the packaging though in case they need an unboxing. I've got a box here of fake money, fake U.S. currency. I mean, if you look close, it's obvious that it's not real. It looks like Monopoly money. On camera though, it looks pretty real. The hearing aid company that I was telling you about before, Hearing.co, they had me do an Alex Hormozy style video where I was shredding money, saying, kind of a quit throwing your money away on cheap hearing aids kind of an ad. And so that's what, and I keep the rest of the money here in case somebody else wants a similar video. I can shred some more money. This is a loom to make belts, woven hemp belts. And so this guy, he sent me the stuff and paid me to do a couple of videos, but he actually sent me a loom and never came back with a script. And I've contacted him a couple of times. And so now I've got this loom and a hemp belt. And so I'll probably take that out of the box soon if he doesn't get back to me. Ah, here's another head shaver. Got a ton of those, ton of those. More holsters, more holsters. Here's a leather shoulder holster. I don't like shoulder holsters myself. Some people do. I be honest with you, most people that wear shoulder holsters, I've found they just want to look cool, and instead of it actually working good or the fact that they like it. To me, shoulder holsters are uncomfortable and not as easy to draw from. I don't like them personally. We've got soaps from Aurora Blissful. That's a pine soap. I'm definitely going to use that. We've got another testosterone booster pill. Let's see. Oh, there's an empty bottle for another testosterone booster pill. Told you about those massage things. Look, these are all like TENS units. The electrical stimulation units that you stick on yourself and it like shocks you, makes your muscles jump. I've got about 10 of those in here. I've done videos for this company for a very long time, and they actually had me do one video where they wanted 8 of these positioned all over my body, shocking at the same time, which was kind of fun to produce. That's another, now that comes to mind, it's another sub niche that I do is I've got a lot of tattoos under the shirt. And so I don't mind doing shirtless videos and stuff like that. Now, for people selling things on Amazon, that doesn't work because Amazon does not like shirtless videos for their products. But for the online stuff, the reels, things like that, I don't mind taking my shirt off, showing off the tattoos. I've done some work for tattoo aftercare products. I've liked that massage video. I've done some videos with massage things all over, making my chest muscles jump, that kind of thing. So that's a sub niche. Women, y'all can't do that because that's going to really limit where the videos can be seen. And you also don't want your pastor to see those kind of videos. But, I actually got started out doing these UGC videos by doing them in the shower, from the waist up, of course. But I would do UGC videos in the shower, water running, soap in the beard, all that kind of stuff. And that's how I got famous in the UGC community, was by doing shirtless shower videos. I still do quite a few of those. I have a lot of these products will come back, and it's kind of weird. Some of the ones you wouldn't think would sell by doing a shirtless shower video, that they actually do. And this one, those zips, I just did this one the other day. They wanted me to do a video that was basically, hey, I didn't have enough time for my coffee in the morning before my shower, so I'm popping these Zips extended release caffeine gummies. And so I was in the shower popping Zips caffeine gummies. And so I still do a lot of shirtless shower videos and just shirtless videos in general. And the thing is, even though I do the Fat Man videos, I'm not like, I'm not in shape like The Rock, for instance. But I'm not, I don't know, I would like to think I'm not obesely fat. I'm just a hefty guy. And so, I do a lot of the Fat Man videos and I'll pooch my belly out and everything. But then I also do a lot of videos where it's like healthy, athletic, 40-plus-year-old male, that kind of thing. And so I can go both ways with that. It's kind of fun doing both. Oh, we've got, these are athletic bands like knee braces and stuff. I'm getting to the end of the box here. I've got, look at this. If you're on the camera on YouTube, I found that ring I was telling you about. It was in a small wooden box at the bottom, that tungsten ring. See how pretty that is? It's like a gunmetal gray on the outside, but you can see on the video there, you can see on the inside that wood grain, and that is the M1 Grand, piece of the wooden stock from M1 Grand. Here's my big money maker. Let me grab one from the other brand as well. Both of these, if you see in the video, both of these are ED medications, different ones. And so I've done a lot of ED medication ads. This one is a pill. This one is, it's like like a strip that fits under your tongue for quicker use, quicker into the bloodstream. And so I've done multiple videos for both these companies. And so I'm the right age group for ED medications. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's erectile dysfunction medications. And so I'm in the right age group where a lot of men are looking for that kind of thing. And so, I'm a big, healthy looking guy. The beard's a bit of my branding, but in these kind of ads, the beard gives the indication of high testosterone level, because generally you're not going to be able to grow a nice beard unless your testosterone's at a certain level, and so it helps with the ads. Men see men with beards and they assume, okay, he's got something going on. Maybe it's that medication he's pimping, and so I do a lot of these ads. The weird thing is, I've got 5 kids. I don't need these things. But they send me free samples all the time to do the videos. They send me these free samples. I've not taken any of them yet because I'll be honest with you, I don't like medications because I'm a little nervous about the side effects until I've taken them for a while. So I don't know if I'll ever use these because the side effects on ED medications, I'll let you look it up, but could be incredibly uncomfortable. And so that's one of the reasons why I don't want to take these. I'll just hold on to them and keep doing the videos and making money helping them sell them. All right, getting near the end of the box, I can see a few more. Oh yeah, this I get a lot of ads for knife companies and kitchen knives, not hunting knives, not things like that. And there's a lot of things that aren't in this box because they're in active use or they're so big they don't fit in this box. One knife company called Kulina with a C. Kulina Knives has paid me to do a ton of videos. I've done cooking videos, I've done grilling videos, I've done all kinds of videos for them. Like a few months ago, we actually set up the Christmas tree in the kitchen, and I was shooting some Christmas videos so that they could start prepping their Christmas ads. And so they've sent me boxes and boxes of knives and cutting boards and things like that. They're not in this box. They have their own box in the storage closet. But here's one I did the other day that was absolutely beautiful. It's a chef knife, abalone handle, Damascus steel blade. I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. Now, this one at some point is probably going to go into our kitchen. Neat thing about a knife like this is way more expensive. It's about a $500 knife, way more expensive than something I would ever buy for my kitchen. But once I know for sure that they're not going to need me to do any more ads where it's brand new and pristine or like an unboxing ad, this is going to go in the kitchen and we'll start using it because it really does look nice in the kitchen. And I've got a few beard products in here. Let's see, a few outdoorsy things. We've got an awl to help create a campfire. So I do a lot of outdoorsy stuff too. I guess that's another niche, is just doing survival gear. So, I'm at the bottom of the box and I'm seeing a few things now, I'm not going to put back in the box. It's been a while. I've contacted them. They don't need more ads. So it's time to go ahead and empty out the box a little bit. So I do that every now and then. I'll do a purge. And so once I start doing classes here on the farm, we're actually going to rebuild the barn. Right now we have a haunted barn that's it looks really old and bad and creepy. And so it's a haunted barn that I have 2 hip campsites set up in. And so right now we're doing that, but at some point we're going to tear down the barns, build a big new warehouse with a classroom, and I'm going to start doing classes here for different things, everything from farming and survival to some of the business stuff that we talk about here on the podcast. So in terms of streams of income, I am milking this little 5-acre piece of land for everything I can for income. And it's pretty cool. It's amazing what I can do here. And so eventually, though, what I'll start doing is I'll save this stuff. And when I do classes here and I do a purge, I'm just going to here's a box of goodies. If you guys want to take some of this stuff home with you, you're more than welcome to it. It's just perks of doing UGC videos and doing this amazing side hustle turned main income source for me. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you do enjoy these types of podcasts where I do the occasional purge of the box, just to let you know what I'm doing for UGC videos, let me know in the comments. For sure, let me know if you absolutely hate them. You can let me know that, but be nice. You don't want to hurt my feelings. You can see all the tactical gear I have around me and stuff like that, and you just don't want to hurt my feelings. It's a bad thing to do. Plus, it's just mean. You don't want to be mean to people. So, let me know in the comments, and I hope you all have enjoyed this. I enjoy it. I needed to go through this box anyway, but I enjoyed just talking to everybody about what's in there and just looking at all the cool stuff. Because be honest with you, I do so many ads, I'd forgotten about some of the fun things that I had here. And so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Y'all take care and have an amazing and an awesome rest of the day. Hey, everybody. A few of you have been asking, Dr. Dave, where did you get that sweet t-shirt with the man on a bear? Well, some of you may not realize, but that's actually my business logo for one of my foundational businesses called Rugged Dad. And see, that's me with the beard and everything riding on a bear. So interesting thing though, it's also one of my side hustles. Yeah, I sell these on a place called Spreadshirt. And so the link will be down below in the show notes. You're welcome to check it out. And here's the cool thing though, I'm not just trying to sell you a sweet t-shirt, although that is pretty awesome. But I want you to check out Spreadshirt as a side hustle. It's a pretty amazing way to design t-shirts, coffee mugs, aprons, pretty much anything people can put on their body, drink out of, throw at people. I don't know. Be sure to check it out, though. It's in the show notes. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the after show snippets. Little extras, little things not related to the interview, not necessarily related to the person, but things that I want to get across, things people have asked me. Whatever, it's an extra, it's a bonus for you. I hope you're still here, tuning in, ready to get some more. Welcome to Podcast Extras. This is the spot where I like to throw in a few extra news items, articles I've read, things like that, in the hopes that it helps you. So first, this article right here, a ton of reminders about this, so I wanted to make sure I pass one of those reminders on to you, but it is the Corporate Transparency Act. Now, this is from FinCEN, which FINCEN, which is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Yet another bureaucratic division of the United States government, which they try to bury us in with paperwork, penalties, fines, interest, whatever they can do. All right, so this is a biggie, though. I'm going to read some of this article to you, but basically, I just want to remind you now, because if you don't go ahead and register, I'm betting that due to budget crunches and the need to send more money to the Ukraine war and other places, whether you agree with that or not, but they need more money in our government to also pay for bloated salaries and things like that. And so I'm betting they're going to go after a lot of people for this. So let me tell you all about it. If you are a limited liability company or incorporated, you have a new record-keeping chore due January 1st at the latest. And I've already done this. I've actually already done this for several of my client businesses that I consult with. If you need me to do it for you, get in touch, but it's super easy to do. I mean, you could pay me to do this for you, but you can do it so easy. All my client businesses, I did it in like 10, 15 minutes. So let's see, by that date, let me read this other part. It may be less burdensome than filing taxes, yet it's a big deal. Yeah, that is a big, nasty burden. Ignoring it puts you at risk of fines or even jail time. Millions of small businesses, including farms, have to report their beneficial ownership and tax ID numbers to the U.S. Treasury Department. The IRS has nothing to do with this, and it must be filed electronically. Now, here's what really bothers me about this. Now, I'll get to why you have to do this and how to do it, but here's what really bothers me is these are all branches of the United States government, and I already file taxes. My taxes require my identification numbers, whether it's sole proprietorship, LLC for some of the businesses I have. Some of my client businesses are corporations. The IRS and many, many other branches of government have those numbers already. I don't know why the Treasury Department decided, hey, let's just make something entirely different and new that all of our good tax-paying American citizens that own small businesses need to spend some time on and worry about, instead of us just logging into the computer and trying to figure out how to get those numbers back and forth. So I digress. That's my soapbox. I really do think this whole thing's stupid, though. The goal is to help catch crooks who use shell companies for money laundering and other financial crimes. Apparently, small business owners are full of people like that, they assume. For this new obligation, you can thank the Corporate Transparency Act passed in 2021. And here's the catch, too. This was passed bipartisan by both Democrats and Republicans. So if you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at the politicians in general for placing this extra burden on you and your business. Let's see, it says here sole proprietors and general partnerships are exempt. It does apply to corporations, LLCs, and other entities. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Penalties for not filing are fines of up to $10,000 and 2 years in federal prison. Good luck paying the bills while you're in prison for not spending 10 to 15 minutes filing something online that you should have never had to do it in the first place. There are lots of lawsuits from business organizations and things like that, but they've not come to much fruition. So your best bet is to not wait, not plan on any lawsuit from an organization or association that you're involved with. Just go ahead and file. Go ahead and take the time, waste the time and file. So what they're looking for is details on the company or entity, beneficial owner information. In other words, just by beneficial, people that make income, ownership income from this entity. And let's see, that's, entities formed after January 1, 2024. They also want information about the person who filed the paperwork to establish the company or LLC. And that's pretty much it. Let me give you this website, and I will put this in the show notes for you so you can just click on it. But it is fincen.gov/boy. Let me read that out to you. FINCEN.gov. I'm sorry, that's a / I always get those mixed up, but it's the / facing forward. BOI, boy, BOI, which I also found interesting. That's like, if I'm not mistaken, that's like some kind of a homosexual slang word, also boy. I thought that was kind of funny that this stupid thing we have to do also has some horrible slang attached to it. But yeah, that I get on my soapbox again. I got to get off this. File. Just go online. It'll be in the show notes. File. You should have already done this because there's been reminders everywhere. I keep seeing these pop up in business magazines and other places, but it is better to waste your time than to risk jail time over this. All right, next. Had a couple magazines I read through, a few articles besides that one. Let me get off my soapbox onto something a little more fun. So I thought this was pretty neat. This is from Kitchen and Bath Design News. Households are seen postponing discretionary remodeling projects. And so here's the neat thing. It's a market analysis article. And basically it states that, a lot of households are postponing discretionary projects. In other words, remodeling projects that aren't necessary. If your kitchen or bathroom floods, that's a remodeling project that's necessary. If you're thinking about, replacing the paneling in your basement office, or maybe getting rid of the horrible, ugly fireplace that doesn't get used anymore, that would be discretionary. I'm not going to work on that right now. I've got other plans anyway. But people are postponing those because of the economy, because of budget cuts, layoffs, everything that happens during a presidential election. Also, the market. I mean, who knows? Is it going to be bull or bear? People get scared. They put this stuff off. And so that would scare a lot of businesses, a lot of business owners. My dad is one of those. Anytime he sees things like this, he owns a remodeling business that does exterior remodeling. So a lot of what he does would be considered discretionary. In other words, not necessary, not needed for function. Some of what he does is, like replacing rotten siding or something on the outside of a home, or replacing bad windows. That's not discretionary, that's needed. But a big sunroom, a big deck, something like that isn't. So my dad would read something like this, and a lot of business people do. I hate it when they post stuff like this. They'll read this and get scared and get nervous, and then maybe they'll cut back their advertising or something, which is the worst thing to do when business gets slow. But a couple pages over, matter of fact, page 12, page 14, I found this. So interesting to me, because here's the woe is me, doom and gloom article. Put that over there. And then 2 pages later, outdoor upgrades are termed a priority. Interesting. So the upgrades that are outside the home, which my dad does, and a lot of contractors do, are usually discretionary. I'm talking somebody building a big outdoor kitchen, a big deck, like I said, a sunroom, which is probably one of the most common things my dad does. Installing a retractable awning for shade, things like that. Those are termed discretionary. And yet, 2 pages later, boom, they apparently aren't. They're a priority. And so, Like, in other words, my dad would have nothing to worry about because this is his bread and butter. This is the stuff where he makes more money because it's discretionary, but it's a priority. And so people are willing to spend more money on that. And it's typically the kind of people that have more income to spend on things that aren't necessary. And so I just found that completely interesting. And here's the moral. I'm going to give you some more specs on this in case you're in the biz. But here's the moral of this is uh, pay attention to half of what you read or hear, especially in the news, in magazines, anything like that. Just what is it? A friend of mine always said, was you eat the meat and spit out the bones? There you go. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Um, Forget all that doom and gloom stuff and focus on, hey, you know what? People are spending. I'm going to sell it to them. I'm going to build it for them. They're going to be happy and they're going to send me more business. So if you're in the construction business, though, let me tell you, these projects that are being termed a priority, here's a good list because even if you're not in the business and you're thinking about doing a business like this, or maybe you have a handyman business and you want to branch out a little bit, any reason to get into outdoor remodeling, listen to this. Here's what's big. Let's see, installation of plumbing, outdoor plumbing. So that's like outdoor showers, things like that. Electrical or heating appliances, countertops, storage, roofing. We're not talking, necessary things. Like I said, these are upgrades. Like somebody may be upgrading from asphalt shingles to a steel roof, or I don't know, terracotta tile or something. Who knows? But also grills are most common for outdoor kitchens. Outdoor kitchens are getting big. People are wanting to be outside more. They're wanting to spend time at home more. That's something that grew out of COVID that, as far as I know, has not slowed down. Outdoor kitchens, people enjoying the outside of their homes more. It's a huge market right now, even though, like the other article said, it's discretionary and people are postponing that crap. People are building that stuff like crazy. So we got outdoor kitchens, cooktops, pizza ovens, some expensive luxury pizza ovens out there, smokers, deep fryers, and even beverage refrigerators. And let's see, millennials. Here's the millennials are huge in building built-in outdoor kitchens. So it's amazing. So pretty neat. Pay attention to half the stuff you hear and just keep working. That's the moral there. That's a better moral. Is just keep doing your job and keep doing everything you need to be doing, and you won't have to worry about the other stuff. All right, last article. This is also from Kitchen and Bath Design News. Thought this was cool. Embracing and selling health and wellness. And so this is pretty neat. And this even goes along with what my dad does with the exterior remodeling. And if you're going to get into it too, since it's so big, is whether it's, I mean, this was in a kitchen and bath magazine, and we're talking mostly indoor kitchens and baths. And so health and wellness. So in other words, upgrading a client from the cheap cabinets that are full of like formaldehyde glues and things like that, upgrading them to better stuff, to more earth-friendly stuff. Upgrading them from those nasty, I mean, I'm looking at it over here in my basement, those nasty like laminate countertops, the ones that, if you scratch it, there ain't no fixing it. Still some of those in this old farmhouse I'm in. And upgrading it to, I don't know, marble, concrete, quartz, whatever. And so upgrades by selling health and wellness. I mean, I'm the kind of guy, if I have the money, I'm always going to spend more on health and wellness just to get something better. And if you're trying to sell it to me based on that instead of looks, I mean, you're going to grab more money from me in that as well. And so there are ways to integrate that into your business, no matter what kind of business it is. So maybe find ways to integrate health and wellness. I do a lot of coaching and consulting with people. And so even with that, I talk a lot of specific business type stuff. Oh, my wife just appeared behind the camera there. She just got through making homemade oatmeal muffins with chocolate chips in them. I'm speaking about selling health and wellness, though. How healthy are these?
Those are made with applesauce?
Oh, homemade applesauce. We just went to an apple orchard a couple weeks ago, picked a ton of apples, and my wife slaved over the oven for days making homemade applesauce, homemade apple jelly, apple syrup, apple pie filling. We've got jars and jars and jars of this stuff in the Doomsday Bomb Shelter. And so, all right, homemade applesauce. What else? We got oatmeal.
Coconut sugar.
Coconut sugar, okay, instead of the nasty white refined. All right, what else?
Instead of brown sugar.
Instead of brown sugar. Okay, still. I think they probably just refine it and turn it brown again. That's probably how they would do that. Yeah. So in other words, though, pretty healthy. So she just dropped that off. If you're seeing this on the video, it's still, it's still a little warm. It's still warm enough though that the chocolate chips are all melty. It's perfect. All right. So I'm gonna finish this up because I want to get to eating the muffin. And so whatever business you're in, figure out ways to embrace health and wellness. As I was saying with my coaching and things like that, I try to also emphasize, in addition to things like simple business logistics and doing things better at the business, I try to also emphasize the health and wellness of the employees and the owner and things like that. Like, trying to talk an owner into buying a cold plunge tank or doing some grounding in the evenings, just to de-stress a little bit. So you can integrate health and wellness into just about anything you're doing, and it is a big thing for upgrades now. And so there's your tip for upgrading anything you do in the health and wellness, or if you're starting something. I mean, health and wellness is always. What are the top 3 categories people are always willing to spend money on? I think it's relationships, health and wellness, and money. I think it's actually money. I may be wrong on that, but I know health and wellness is one of those. So I hope you enjoyed these extra podcast snippets. And if you want more of this kind of stuff, let me know exactly what kind of stuff you want to know. Do you like this kind of stuff? Things I'm gleaning from articles and podcasts, things like that? Or are there other topics you'd like for me to drop into? And so just let me know in the comments, email me, whatever you need to do. But I hope you guys and ladies and children and aliens, whoever, have an amazing. So I'm sitting here after the show. I'm still eating this muffin. So I just wanted to really brag on my wife for these muffins, because this thing's amazing. And so if you want to try one of these, it's pretty awesome. You need to leave something in the comments. I've tried to encourage my wife forever to do a bakery or something. I live in the little town of Liberty, South Carolina, and it really needs a good coffee shop and a bakery. And so if anybody out there wants to help fund that, I will talk my wife into working there and making some of these amazing muffins to sell in the bakery. Just thought I'd throw this out there. And now I'm going to try to find that record button and stop.